When I started designing the DreamStick, I had a bunch of design objectives. The main one was I wanted that I would never have to untwist my front lines ever again. I wanted after a loop that I would not have to get my lines to twist in my eyes. So that was the main goal. The other goal was to make, of course, a click release. And then, I worked on it. And it turns out the bar is even better than I was trying to get it. It was really exciting to get through the design process and having set a goal, and then suddenly the ideas were coming. I'm like, well, I can do this way, and then it turned out like better than expected. For example, like I made the smaller diameter bar, tested it, and it was like, well, it's even better than I thought. And then the whole process of making this auto spin, the auto swiveling, turned out even simpler than I thought. And so it turned out I have the flagging line that's protected, it's covered with a sleeve. The depower line is covered with a sleeve, so there's no wear there anymore. So, that means your bar is gonna last so much longer. And, the fact that it always spin is awesome. I worked hard on making the bar as light as possible. So I use high-grade aluminum for all the parts. And it turned out the bar is much lighter than any other bar I got to try and compare it with so far. So that's really awesome. So the idea behind the smaller diameter on the bar is simply that it gives you a better handling. No matter the size of your hand, I've tried with really guys with big hands, and we've all agreed that once we tried the smaller diameter, there's no way we're gonna go back to the bigger one, because it was just feeling like you couldn't handle it as well. You don't have as much power. And the other thing that we have on the bar that's really cool is the way we have the imprints on the bar. And the finger imprint is actually offset, because if you look at how you hold your bar, your hands are not a perfect circle, but the way you hand it, the way you hold the bar, it makes an oval shape that's not centered, so it's a little offset. And the beauty of having it offset is if you flip your bar and grab it upside down, you feel it, because instead of going where it should go in a nice, inside of your hand, it goes in the wrong spot, so you feel it instantly that it's wrong. And that's, kind of a good safety feature. So yeah, there's all the features. The spin, where you can take the little piece and then spin it to change the bar size, is super light. So when you spin your bar, it doesn't have too much inertia. It's easy to stop. You're not gonna have a bar that keeps on spinning forever. That's really cool. So overall, yeah, the bar got really streamlined and really simple. The other thing that's really exciting to me on those bars is the fact that the flying lines are so awesome. They pretty much don't stretch. I worked with the supplier Cousin on the new line, and then on the same time we worked on the special stretch technique. And it turns out after about 20 sessions, I remeasured my bar and I was like, wow, there's no stretch at all. So it's really awesome, because it means that over time your kite is not going to slightly become oversheeted like it does when your front lines are stretching, and you'll notice it. So you get a kite that's just staying, very consistent over the months and years that you use it. So it's really, really awesome. The depower system is above the bar clamp cleat. The reason for the clamp cleat is simply because this is a piece that works, it's proven, it's light. So, there's never going to be any problem with it. And so that's just a safe, proven product. You can easily trim your backline. The idea is I don't like having any knots anywhere, because if you tangle your lines, the knots always gets in the way. So the trim is actually located inside the floaters. To pull them, it's really easy. You use the same piece that you use to change, to adjust the size of your bar. To put it, you just grab one of your flying line and you get into the little hook, put it out, and then you can access all the knots. There you can change it and you push it back in. Super simple, super light, and very streamlined, because nothing is exposed.